Okay, hello. Hello. How's everyone doing? Can you hear me well? I'm testing out a little thing. Hopefully this works out well. In 3, 2, 1.5. I personally never tried this before. I feel like I'm still it's a little buggy, I feel like. But let's see how it works. Made? No, that's funny. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Hello. I'm not sure if this works out as well as I hope it does. I think it kind of does. Does it work well on your end? Hopefully it does. I'm cute. Alright, let me see here. Setting this up properly so that I look well, I look good. 3D Ver, that's me. Hi. Let's see if I could like show off a little bit more. So right now I can move my arms. Look at that. Hello. Ha. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Let's see if I can do this properly. It's still a little. I'm still testing it out a little bit. I think I could probably set this up properly later. But I think this is pretty cool. If I would do it this way, maybe it would advance my radio streams a little bit. But yeah, so we'll test this out a little bit. Why they vibrate? It's cold in here. I don't have the bills to pay the heater. I'm adorable. It's very nice to hear. Thank you. I'm gonna just zoom in back. Welcome. Today is a very fun, I want to say, radio stream idea. And I was thinking, it's Halloween, guys. It's Halloween. It's this week is Halloween. It's very exciting. And I'm like, is your hair red? Yes. What? I think so. I think it is. The last time I checked. I think so. Absolute cinema. It's green. Can I? Oh! I can't. Yes. Unfortunately, I can't do that. What if they actually block that? Let me see. Oh! I think it's blocked. I think I can't do it. Oh. Can I do one? I could do one finger. Wait, I know your emo. So I feel what? I'm not emo. I'm just depressed. There's a big difference. Okay. So today's stream idea is pretty fun. This week, as you guys know, it's Halloween. And I'm thinking the whole idea of like haunting stuff is a very cute idea. But I figured, why not? I mean, ghosts can haunt us for sure. But you know what else can haunt you? That's right. Ever hit you around like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., or maybe even 12? You're just about to sleep and you think, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that. How? Damn! You know what I mean? That ever happened to you? You guys just wake up and think it's like, damn, I shouldn't have said that. Or, on the other hand, think like, man, you're taking a shower and you think, maybe I should have said something cooler back then. And the regrets just reel in. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I get that. So today, we're going to be talking about not just ghosts that haunt you, but the memories of our past. That's right, the cringe, the embarrassing, and perhaps anything else in between that haunts you to this day. We're going to be talking about that today. Today's stream, if you guys is your first time here, maybe you guys came here because of the freaking thumbnail. The way radio streams work is I don't really make the content. It's you guys. You guys make the content. I read your submissions, and I'll be. I think I have enough to maybe just read all of them. We'll see. Let's see how far we can go. And I'll be reading through them, and I'll be giving some comments on the way too. Maybe some, because I have been reading a couple, and I was thinking, wow, that happened to me. That 100% happened to me too. And there's a lot of things I wanted to talk about. So I think this is a really great idea. I think it'll be a nice banter. So hope you guys enjoy. And yeah. Oh man, trust me when I say that I have so many cringe moments in my life too. I have so many cringe moments. Like, just every day my life is cringe. It's crazy. So let's go to the very first submission, guys. Be cringe and be happy. Yeah, I don't know if that's how it works. VTuber debuff? Nah, even pre VTuber, I was making some decisions in life and I'm thinking, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Kind of vibes. There's our first submission. Oh, I just wanted to say, by the way, thank you for rejoining the village and remembering me, Tora. And of course, thank you so much for the 5 gifts from my previous stream, Nyadia and Quarks.bomb as well. 5 gifts, thank you so much. Rawr. Thank you. And Padapenim and Quarks.bomb, thank you so much for the super chats as well. Alright, let's get into it. Number 1. And I love it. The message starts off, oh boy, here we go. The year is 2016. That's when you know it's a good story. They give the year. I was 14 and in our school's choir. We sang at the school Christmas concert and sang some of the classics, you know? Jingle bells, we wish you a Merry Christmas, and of course... Wait, was 2016? Was she there? You know? The lady who's currently falling out right now? you know what I'm talking about, right? Last song we sang was Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Wait, you guys don't know what the song I'm talking about? Wait, really? Really? You guys don't know? Yeah, Mariah Carey? Yeah. It's a huge meme. It's like every time it nears Christmas, it's like, all I want, la 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 la. She probably made millions just from that song. Can you hear in the walls? Yeah, dude. She's getting stronger by the minutes. Every day that passes, she gets stronger. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, so the last song we sang was Santa Claus is Coming to Town. I always struggle with remembering one specific note, and this hasn't changed in the past 9 years. As you can imagine, I accidentally sang the highest note of the song too early, and afterwards had to play it off as a voice crack. I'm still extremely embarrassed about it and would like to scream into the void every time I remember it, but hey, we were all kids once. That's nothing! This submission is weak. I'm sorry. Listen, man. 14 years old, you had a voice crack. Have I told you about my story? Back when I was in middle school or something, right? I was practicing for this choir song, and I was literally, I was practicing as heck. This was pre-puberty, and then as soon as I stood up for the concerts, guess what happens? My puberty hits. My freaking puberty hit, right? My puberty hit me like a freaking truck, and I was like, I forgot what it was like. We're singing like the Wimbo, like the lion sleeps tonight. So it's like, so normally I'm like, oh, my voice was high back then, so I was like, a Wimbo way, a Wimbo way, a Wimbo way. That was like that's how I was singing, right? And then when I was finally at the concert with all of the parents there, all of the teachers there, that was the year-end concert. I was like, a Wimbo way, a Wimbo. No control. I had no control. I Wimbo way, I Wimbo way. I was so embarrassed. I was like, what is going on? What is going on? It was embarrassing? Dude, it's nothing. I mean, I feel like I do feel that though. When the voice cracks are definitely there. It's definitely a thing. Like when you're about to give a public presentation, has that ever happened to you guys? Sitting down, you have a public presentation, you're ready, and you're like, welcome to my presentation. And then you just want to run. Totally understandable. What's going on? Why do I feel toxic suddenly? No, why do I feel like I feel like mansplaining? What is this feeling? It's what's happening to me. Oh man. I also turn on the translation here. Yo, man derogatory. That's what I always hear. Man derogatory. Okay, that's working fine. Let me turn on. I mean, the translation, by the way, disclaimer, it doesn't really work properly. It's not the best, but I think it's better than not having it, so just put that there. Alright, here is the next one. Oh, what the hell? I was maybe like 5 years old. I feel like 5 years old is like basically a free pass. Like, you can't be really cringe. But the problem is, if you remember what happened back in 5 years old, and that you still remember that's when the cringe happens. I was like 5 years old, living in my mom's home country, and we were at a relative's house. A cousin brought out some makeup, and we started playing with it. Okay. I painted my face with every color imaginable, you know. I looked at myself in the mirror and it was god-awful because, you know, I was 5 years old. 5 years old me? I was hella cute. What are you guys talking about? How about you? Me as 5 years old? I was super cute. Ran back inside the house. But not without some aunts and their friends laughing at the poor 5-year-old that was just trying to be pretty. I didn't know how to take off the makeup. So I grabbed a pair of my mom's pantyhose from her suitcase and cleaned my face. What? Okay, that is pretty funny. That is pretty. Oh, that's unfortunate. I did get some of it off before my mom eventually came inside and she washed my face. Oh wow, that's unfortunate, brother. Oh wow, I see. Yeah. Okay. To be fair. No, I'm sorry. I can't protect you here. I don't know. I don't. Why did you grab the pantyhose? Were there no towels? Oh man, that's okay. That's okay to be like that. I think. Not, I never understand it. The aunties who are laughing and not helping. Well, to be fair, I feel like, you know, if I was like an auntie, so like 30 something, 40 years old, see a 5-year-old kid running around and like with like makeup, I'd be like, oh, that's really cute. That's adorable. Then they take out the pantyhose. I was like, what the hell? Oh crap. Okay, next submission. I was in college at the age of 20, which is like 20 a lot of years, you know, 20-ish years old. I call my art professor mom. At 20? That's like 20? I was really embarrassed. Yes. But like 1 week later, I called another Professor Fodder. Is there something you're not telling the class? Slip of the mouth? At 20? I truly believe that nothing can escalate from that. But those two professors worked together as a team in one class, and they talk about that was silly student that called them mother and father. They discovered that I was the same person, you know, me, and one day I was entering the class. I took out my notebook to sketch a little bit before the class started, yeah, homework halfway. Both of them saw me and decided to call me daughter. Since that day, they were the proud parents of a girl who every time pass next to them, they say, "How was your day, daughter of mine?" Now, it's a funny memory, but sometimes I remember the feeling of my red face, how I never thought that could happen to me at college. Even 1 year later of that, some new students believe that they thought that the professor was actually your father. So you guys think that's cute and lovely. Have you considered the idea that that means they're actually talking about how this 20-year-old student called them mom and dad? like, dude, it wasn't just strangers. It's professors who's grading you. I don't know about you, brother, but like, when I look at my professor, I have like both like respect, but also animosity towards them because we're like, if you don't give me an A. And then these two professors who I look at my enemies are like talking to us. I guess like that kid is calling us mom and dad. Let's call them daughter. I don't know, brother. Yeah, I might just withdraw from school. I had something like that though. It wasn't in college, but I think it was in think it was like in middle school. Yeah, definitely in middle school. I called my... I was raising my hands. I was like, teacher, I have something to say. You know, that's normally what happens. But I think I was homesick or something. I don't know what's going on. Raise my hand. Yes, fair? Mommy, can I go to the restaurant? No. And that was it. I left the school. I left the school. It was over. It was over. It was over for me. It was literally a slip of the tongue. I don't know why I said it. It was for no reason other than I think I was just thinking about home at the time. I don't know. I guess I was just really like I just wanted to go home. I remember the teacher's face actually very much because the class did cook me for it. They were like they laughed about it, and after class they poked fun at me, but then they quickly forgot because no one cares about me. But also I still remember the teacher's face because that teacher was a strict teacher. She's the kind of teacher who crushes people's dreams. I want you guys to understand this. She crushes people's dreams. So when she heard me say mom and call her mom, she wasn't like... No, she was like, what did you say? Ver, I am not your mom. Do I look like a mom? So I was embarrassed and sad and humiliated. It was wonderful. So yeah, I decided to burn down the school and left the Goodness King. But I sure wanted to, brother. Oh my god, that was terrible. It was terrible. I don't think I ever went up and talked. I never raised my hand in that class ever again. Oh my god. She hate that idea so much. I don't know. Maybe she has like repressed like issues too. I don't know. But like, it was very embarrassing. Yeah, it was crazy. A little Harson never hurt anyone. Funny thing though, I think like a year or two later, she ends up marrying my 5th grade teacher. And like literally a week after, she gets pregnant. Actually, it's funnier because it's now that I think about it, it's swapped. She got pregnant first and then they got married. Maybe I willed it into being. Who knows? I use my soul powers to be like, all right, oh yeah, I see how it is. I see how it is. I see how it is. You don't want to be a mom? Well, congratulations, congratulations. Expecto pregnanto. What you get. Anyway, but yeah, having said 20 years old at college calling your professor mommy, I'm sorry, that's crazy. Mako prego. Anyway, next one. Let me see here. I'm trying to look for good ones here. I think this one's wholesome. This one's very wholesome. I remember it and still cringe about it. I don't think they should cringe about it at all. It was the day of the board exam. I finished my test paper already and planned to take a short nap while waiting for the next paper, and before reviewing it, I was so lost and sleepy that I ended up dreaming right away. In my dreams, I had passed the board exam and one of the top notchers. I was shouting in joy. I woke up, all eyes on me. Our proctor clearing their throat and gave me a warning look for disturbing the other examiners. I passed the board 6 months later. Yeah, that's cute. I think that's a cute story. I don't think that's cringe at all. The thing is though, my only question though is does that actually happen to you guys? I've never woke up shouting something. You know, like you watch like anime and stuff and be like, there's always like that trope of like the guy dreams of a girl and they wake up and be like, Marisa or something, right? and then Marissa's literally like sitting next to him. She's like, oh, don't perceive me, and then they end up becoming a thing. I've never woke up shouting something. Like, has that ever happened to you guys? I'm actually genuinely curious. Have you guys ever like took a nap and then just wake up and be like, chicken nuggets? I've done that but it's from a nightmare. I see. Yeah, I think most of us know for sure. I wonder if that's like, I guess if you're just really, yeah, I guess if you're just like really dreaming about something strongly, you wake up. Yo, wait! No, that's a weird dream. I don't know about you, my Pookie Wookie Vermillion, but I think you have some, I know, I'm pretty sure that icon, I don't think it used to be called that, but anyway. Apparently though, for me, this isn't really cringe, but apparently I sleep talk a bit. Like, there was a time where apparently I was like sleeping and then I think I was sleeping. Apparently my mom came by to my room and then said some things to me. But then I talked back at her. I was like rude apparently. Like, not rude, but I was like very cold apparently. And I said certain things to her apparently. And then my mom was like, by the way, Vera, why did you say those things to me? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I have no recollection of this. Apparently. I don't know. I don't know who that was. But it was a very surreal experience. I called out our dog's name at some point while on vacation due to a nightmare of him running out to the road. Oh, woof! Oh, you know what does happen to me though? Sometimes, sometimes in my dream, I'm like trying to jump over something. I'm trying to like jump over like a gap or something, and then my legs are just. In real life, my legs are like. And I wake up like, huh? I don't know if it happens to anyone near you. Happy 34 months, professional Vermillion. Time has gone by, but it's been worth every moment. Thank you so much, sweet Tori. Thank you. Can you get into a finger hearts? Not really, but thank you so much. Can we do at least this? Sorta. Thank you. I twitch? No, I do a full-on jump. I think this is really relatable. Hi, Kaicho. The story is pretty common. It stuck for me anyway. Family was working at a food festival, so I was walking around to see if they needed anything. I saw a guy in line for a booth that looked like someone I knew from high school, like many years ago. So I said his name really loudly, like, "Hey, Bob!" and waved, and turns out, random dude. Just happened to have a similar beard pattern. Wait. Oh, actually, you know what? I was going to say, like, wait, in high school, you guys have beards? And I remember in high school, there was like 5 white dudes that I knew who had like the craziest beards I've ever seen. Like, there's this one dude, I swear to God, is not a high schooler. He must be a repeat because like he was 30. He was in his 30s, man. He had to be in his 30s. There were very crazy beards. That's true. And I realized that I was dead wrong, and I was like, bye. I think that's pretty common though, right? I think that's pretty common, the whole mistaking someone and cringing thing. That's okay. It's embarrassing for sure. You know what is truly embarrassing? You know what really is embarrassing? Listen, at least you called them and they said that's not me. Have you ever had a time? Let me tell you what happened to me, right? I was walking on the street and I saw a guy that I 100% knew. I was 100% certain they're from my high school. And I'm actually certain. Walk by. Hey, Brian! Smiling and all. And they just walk past me. That is embarrassing. See, that is true embarrassment. I'm like, No, but the thing is, I'm not sure if they were being rude or if they just didn't hear me. But I think that that is true embarrassment. I'm like, oh my god. You know, something similar happened too. You know, another thing that similar happened, and this is also similar to what you did in college. There was a girl that we were in the same dorm actually. So yeah, this is my first year in college, same dorm. So you know, I was like, yo, yeah, hey, and we talked in the first couple days, came out, and then I saw her again. I was like, hey, hey Lily, and she just completely ignores me. She looks at me too, and she completely ignores me. It's like, okay. Apparently, guess what? Apparently, they're twins. They're twins. They weren't being rude. They were twins. She had no idea who I was. In her perspective, it was some rando just saying, hey, and then just calling her sister's name. And I was like, I didn't know, right? Yeah, exactly. It's not crazy. Mistaking twins is crazy, man. It happens, so. Absolutely happens. You mistake to twins too? I mean, understandable. They look the same. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Debuffed. What a shame. Here's another story. I have a good friend who I've been close to for 15 years. That's a long time. 15 years? Guys, 15 years is really long. I feel like I know like maybe 5 people who I've known for 15 years. And when you spend that much time with someone who you have great chemistry with, you might start to develop feelings of the romantic kind. In my complete, honest, hot take opinion, if you've known someone for 15 years and you haven't asked them out yet, you guys are friends. I'm sorry. In my complete, honest opinion, there's nothing else that you could do. You guys are friends. I'm sorry. Like, hell, even the first 5 years is pretty damn long. First 5 years, I'll be like, sure, why not? Give it a chance. First 15 years, I'm like... What about childhood friends to lovers trope? Even then, that's like... From like 5 years old to high school. I don't know, man. I think the whole idea... maybe? I guess. I do like childhood friends to lovers trope. That is true. That is one of my favorite tropes. I don't know. Anyway, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I might be judging too quick. Who knows? Maybe something nice happens. Please correct me wrong. Please prove me wrong. I am an anime convention artist. That's cool. Also, my arms are clipping inside me. Let me see if I can fix it. Maybe if I sit properly. Okay, I think that's better. I'm an anime convention artist, and he recently helped me out during an event. We talked and we laughed so much that we caught the neighboring table's attention. They heard us and asked if we were dating. I was honestly mortified and was stuttering. Oh no, you're like, oh no. But I tried to deny it and laugh it off. My friend, on the other hand, do you know what he said? He laughed and said, oh heavens no way, that's ridiculous. I view her like a little sister. Do F in chat. F in chat for Anon. F in chat for Anon. Ooh. Ouch. Ooh. I even get friend zoned. She says, I got sibling zoned. Ooh. Damn. It's been a month and this occurrence haunts me every night before I sleep. I am so sorry. That is pretty. That's. Ah, that's really unfortunate, girl. I'm sorry. Damn. Does it not like the guy? Did you go to the restroom? Yes, yes, the Anon likes the guy. That's the whole point. Yeah, I feel like if you're I'm sorry, not to I'm just joking. I feel like if someone was like, I viewed him as a friend, that hurts. But I feel like there's still a chance. But if someone says I view them like a little sister or a little brother, no, chat. I'm sorry, Kuga. I listen. I know you mean well, but I feel like that means you gotta stop. This is my hot take. I'm sorry, but if someone calls you their little sister, I think it's over. I think it's over. But I will say this. You don't have to retract your message, girl. Don't feel bad about it. Not I feel bad. Don't retract your message. I'm just giving my opinion. But I will say, I think it is easier for girls to kind of like change from friends to lovers. I think. This is my personal opinion. For guys it's tricky. I think when a guy is basically like, when a guy's like, it's like if some the girl told me like, oh, I look at him like my little brother, I'm like, well, we had a good run. We had a good run, ladies and gentlemen. We had a good run, and then I just move on, right? But the thing about the girl is, the lady, the woman, right? The thing about the female, right, is I personally think if you dress up super nicely, or you like suddenly act like less friend and kind of like almost like feminine, I think that actually does have an effect. I really do. I really do believe that'll actually work. This is my personal belief. Oh my god, Debonails! Hello, hi. Thank you for the raid, Calyx. Thank you. Hello, you guys actually caught me when this is my first time doing this 3D version of me while doing Zatsus. Is this one of those radio shows? What do you mean by one of those? Wait, hey, come here. What do you mean? What do you mean? No, I'm just reading through. I drop and you're talking about females. Oh. Well, Calyx, in your opinion, right? In your opinion, then I'm curious, and Debonair's for that matter. If a guy, or maybe in your perspective of a girl, who I don't know who you are, right? I don't, you swing either way. If they say, oh, no, I would never date her. I view her as a little sister. And you actually like the guy? How cooked are you? If you got not friend zoned, but sibling zoned, how cooked are you? How cooked are you, chat? I'm curious. Oh, it's good. Yeah. 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 Okay, yeah, that's basically what I was talking about. I'm sorry, Anon. But Anon, a lot of great guys out there. A lot of bad ones too. Potentially more than the good ones, but I'm sure you'll find one. Good luck. Good luck. I believe. Anyway, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much for the gifts, a yen. And thank you so much for the gifts, a Vermillion outfit, please. Rawr. Thank you. Oh, this one's crazy. Oh god, wait, is this? Oh my god. Alright, here we go. Okay, let me set the scene for you, because this was low-key insane. Basically, I had a huge crush on a new guy at our school. He's Japanese. He lived there before moving here, while I am half Korean and Japanese. Okay, understandable. This is kind of important later, apparently. Let me tell you, I was infatuated with this man. He was tall, so sweet, smart, literally everything I could ever dream of. So of course, I had to shoot my shots. And somehow I was successful. Okay. Good. Great. We have good development, guys. This is good progress. This is more progress than the previous one. I'm sorry. We started talking and then dated. Yeah, that fast. So a couple of weeks after he came to our school, we've been dating for about 2 to 3 weeks now. My mom tells me that my cousin moved here and they're coming over on Saturday. I bet you can see where this is going. Mind you, I've never met or seen any of my cousins before, so you can picture the surprise on my face when I opened the door, and it was the new guy. Immediate turnoff? That's your shit. I don't think it's the issue. It's a turnoff or not. That's not the issue. So we stared at each other with our mouths wide open. I went upstairs to my room, cried. Then we broke things off. Of course, the one time I find a good guy, he's my cousin. Wow, 대박. Wow, that's worse. Wow. Wait, but Anon, were you living in Alabama? Oh man, I'm sorry. Wow, I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. Wow. Yeah. You know, there's actually a time. This is really embarrassing. This is one of my cringe. Since you shared your cringe moment, let me show you my cringe moment. I actually said this on stream, but this was 2 years ago. 2-something years ago. You guys probably forgot this, but I'm gonna say it again just because you shared this with me, right? 2 years ago, I was telling chat something and I got flamed by chat for this. I have this cousin who was like 6th removed, so like I don't even know what or in what way we are related, but she was a model. And I remember looking at her thinking, oh wow, she's hot. And I remember my sisters were there at the dining table. And they just looked at me thinking, huh? It's true. But I feel like realistically, I think like not that I'm saying I was thinking of anything more than that, guys. I'm just saying, not that I was thinking of anything more than that, but I just want to say, realistically, probably like, you know, like not that much. Hey, I'm doing this for Anon. You shared your cringe, I'll share your mine. I'll share mine. Listen, man, it's my first time ever seeing a model. Okay, I was like, wow, dabong. Why were your jeans not here? I'm making it worse for myself. We keep this to ourselves. Keep this to ourselves. Oh man. Let me see here. What's a good one here? Oh my god, there's like a bunch of stories of people tripping over, breaking their stuff. Oh, here we go. Here's one. Hi there, OMG perfect timing, this literally just happened to me last week. Okay, so I recently moved, meaning that I now need to take the bus home from work. So funny thing is that the bus system I use apparently can't decide whether or not the closest stop to my workplace is actually a bus stop or not. So first day, I take this route, 2 buses zip past me. I see a third one at a stoplight and just start running to catch it. And I'm not looking where I'm going, and I don't see that the side of the sidewalk I'm on ends. Oh. So I trip and fall down a small hill. A hill? In front of multiple pedestrians and the bus, and give myself a gnarly bruise on my foot. And immediately started sobbing. I get on the bus and spend the ride in tears, and I don't realize until I get off that I don't have my glasses because they were launched off my face when I fell, and I was in so much pain that I didn't notice. I'm slightly visually impaired and my foot still hurts. That's not embarrassing, that's unfortunate! Okay, you guys want an actual embarrassing bus story? I got you. I got you with an actual embarrassing bus story. I don't think, if some of you guys don't know that, you guys don't understand the assignment. This isn't cringe, this isn't embarrassing, that's just sad and unlucky. Here's what happened to me. I was in Korea, and it was cold, it was winter, right? It was winter, so I had my long coat on. And trust me when I say this, I feel like this basically goes for any man, any male. Trust me on this. When you wear long coats, that kind of, it's like a trench coat, like, it's not really a trench coat, it's kind of like this long K-pop coats. You feel cool. You feel awesome. You feel sexy as hell. Trust me. Ask any guy and be like, hey, if you wore a long coat, like, how would you feel? And they'll be like, yeah, I feel like a K-pop star. Super 100%. I'll feel like Goblin. I'll feel like Gongyu from like, I'll feel like Walmart Gongyu, sure, but I'll feel like Gongyu from like, from Goblin for sure. I feel like Jinu from no, not Jinu. Oh, it is Jinu. Yeah, Jinu from not K-pop Demon Hunters. But I was actually thinking of Solo Leveling. Are they both Jinu? 성진우 맞지? No? Oh, huh. TIO. Anyway, so I was standing at this bus stop and I had a coffee in my hand because it's cold. And to my left, there was like a, you know, attractive lady. An attractive lady was walking, waiting for a bus. So I was like, with my coat, I'm like, sipping my coffee, right? You know, and you know how like if it's cold, right? Like if you're drinking something hot and then you take out your breath, it's cold. It feels like smoke. I'm so like, I'm trying to aura farm and brushing off my coat a bit. And then I see this girl actually like kind of like checking me out, kind of looking at me. I was like, yeah, my shoulders are going up. You know, I'm just look at me, right? I'm like, yeah, I'm hot. Hell yeah, look at me with my K-pop coat, right? Like I'm super cool with my coffee in hand. And then, of course, you know, I can't stand there forever. So my idea was when the bus comes in, I'll just kind of like walk in, take a quick look back, do a little, and then walk in, right? That was my plan. And then I'll never see her again. That's okay. Because yeah, I'm a shy guy. I'm a shy guy. I get embarrassed easily. So I'll probably just do that and just call it a day. I'll never see her again. It'll be fine. I walk up the bus. The bus comes. Bus door opens. So I do this. I'm like, all right, let's do this. Let's get the plan. I take the first step. Look to the left. Look at the girl. I'm like, yeah, I'm so cool. Go to the next, take the next step, and then the bus driver's like, oh, you can't bring drinks into the bus, and then shuts the door on me. Oh my god. So yeah, that was fun. I didn't even see if the girl was looking at me. I just walked. I left. I went back to the coffee store and I was like, I am gonna take a taxi. That's an embarrassing story, okay? That's cringe, okay? That's embarrassing, that's cringe. I'm gonna look around and see if there's anything more like that. Oh my god. Why do I have so many embarrassing stories? Because even though I'm a very shy, embarrassing person, I also like to think I'm cool, so I try to act cool. I like to say things that I probably shouldn't say. I do a lot of those, and I end up having a lot of stories. Essentially, I'm a VTuber. I think this one's kind of cringe, kind of embarrassing. It's actually more funny, honestly. Here. Next submission. I think this rendition should have just been a compilation of my moments. Hey, you know, if I read something and I remember something, I'll let you know. I was in training to be an X-ray technologist and was trying to feel an older lady's side to find the top of the pelvis. The pelvis, it's like down here, right? This is the pelvis, I think, right? Around this area. Like, yeah. That's the pelvis, I think. I just couldn't feel them. It's only soft tissue. I'll act like an on. Like, pelvis is supposed to be like hard. Where's what? So I adjust and try again, but no. Finally, she turns to me. Oh my god. Wait! Finally, she turns to me and says, "Well, honey, I haven't been touched like that in years." It was her breasts. I had been fondling her... And you're just gonna say it because it makes more sense to the story. Her sagging breasts the whole time, because that's why I was on her pelvis, which had been pushed to the side when her chest was pressed against the board. So I don't have a story of mine for this. Thank God. Oh my god. For both parties. Oh my god. Oh. But having said, her reaction is... Why did she react? Why did she say that though? Why did she say that? Why did she have to say, "Well, honey, I haven't been touched like that in years"? She didn't have to say that. No, she could have been like, "Excuse me, that's actually my breast." I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry, you know, that would have been okay, you'll be fine." Honey, I haven't been touched like that in years. Ah! Yeah. Ooh, I'm sorry, Anon. I'm sorry for both parties, but I'm sorry for Anon. Okay. Well, you had to stand up immediately. Yeah, that was definitely a thing. That was definitely a thing. Here's another one. This one's. I think I read the first part. It seems pretty chill. Hey there, Bear. This is a little short, but it still haunts me, so we'll get the job done, I guess. So, back in high school, I was dating this guy. All right, that's usually you know, a sign of failure. You put in your 2 weeks. That's crazy. Anyway. One afternoon, we decided to do what teenagers do and make out in an empty classroom. Go crazy. Sure. We had our fun.
This my first stream. What did I walk into, lol? And I can't take it seriously with your arms too low.
Thank you for the $1 Vermillion. Thank you. Do people actually say that? We had our fun. I love that. I love that. I love that. You know what? No, because the thing is, I never dated in high school. So actually, I never had like this kind of moments. But like the whole idea of like, yeah, we had our fun and moved on. I was like, okay, that's all right. So I was very, you know, introverted, shy kid. On our way out, I tripped. Reminds me of a story, but I'm gonna tell that later. I tripped trying to get past some desks. It was close by, so I ended up kind of dragging him into this awkward state of not fully on the ground, but not standing upright either? Wait, are you talking about like you were in like you had an anime moment? Wait. Am I understanding? So basically, you were like, and you had your fun, and then you're like walking off, and you're having and then you trip, and then you're like, is this what you're talking about? It was embarrassing? Why could this happen to me? What? Jesus, I've seen what you did for other people. Jesus, I have seen what you've done for other people. What the hell? And this person saying it's embarrassing and shy? Me! I would like this. I would like a girl to just suddenly be like, whoops, and then suddenly like be on top of me on the ground. I'm just saying. Hey, I listen, I'm just saying. That's Jesus. Jesus, am I not your child as well? Jesus. No, but this does remind me of speaking of kisses. So this is a little bit 19 plus. So any children right now, close your ears. I still remember this, and this wasn't really embarrassing for me, but I just think of it as such a weird moment of my college life. You guys ready? So it was like 12 a.m. I think I was like playing Undertale. I think it was like I was playing Undertale. I was doing like the whatchamacallit, the pacifist route. So I was having a moment, right? It was great. You know, I was like pacifist route. By the way, if you guys never played Undertale, very wholesome. One of the best things ever. So wholesome. It was so nice. It's like 12 a.m. I'm playing the game. You know, it was in college, my first year, and I just want to say, never dated before. At that point, up to then, I was single as hell. Super single. My friend, who was actually my friend back in high school, so we kind of knew each other. At 12 a.m., he knocks on my door. Hey, Ver, you awake? And I'm like, to begin, I was trying to be as quiet as possible because I was playing Undertale. Just shut up, stop bothering me. But then he knocked again. And I was like, all right, what's up, bro? What's up, man? Let's call him Brian, right? What's up, Brian? Comes into my room, sits down. It's like, Ver, what's up, Brian? Ver. And he says this with this most empty. His face looks like he saw like a ghost. He was like, Ver. What's up? What's wrong? Did something happen? Ver. I think I just had sex. It's like, bro, First of all, what do you mean by you think? Like, what do you mean by you think? And secondly, 12 a.m. while I was having emotional feels from pacifist root Undertale? What the hell? What do you want? Okay, so I asked for details. You guys ready for the details? Because this is, it gets worse. He was like, so I actually said this, like, what do you mean by you think you have, like, it's, you know what I mean? It's simple. It's not, you know what I mean? So he's like, no. So here's what I mean, right? Here's what I mean. He didn't actually have, for lack of better words, intercourse. He didn't do this. Rather, he, and I'm sorry for the 18 plus, but basically it was just mouth. It was just oral. Let's just put it that way. It was just oral. I was like, okay, cool. And I'm trying to be a guy. The thing is, I'm gonna be honest, I actually don't give a damn. I just want to start off by saying, I actually don't give a damn about other people's sex life. Like, I actually don't. But I was, I was a college first year, and I was like, okay, maybe this is how guys hang out? So I was like, okay, that's sick, dude. Hey, congrats, man, I guess. And then he asked me just the dumbest question. And I was just, religious. Again, with that dumbass face of his face like looks like a ghost. He's like, wait, but Ver, yeah, what's up? I kissed her. Does that mean I kissed my own? I was like, out. The door's there. The door is right there. Out. Just get out. Out. Just out of my... It is 12 a.m. I'm playing Undertale. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. It's like, Ver, I have more to... No! I will come... Listen, man. Come back to me when you're sober. Because clearly you're... I mean, I'm happy for you. You look happy. You look great. Not today. Get out. That was a moment. That was a moment for me. That was definitely a moment for me. Oof. Bro, I just wanted to save Asriel, bro. Why you gotta do this to me? Anyway, sorry about that, kids. You could definitely listen to your. You can come back to listening. That 90 plus is over. 90 plus is over. I woke up that morning thinking, wow. I hope he doesn't come back to my room. Here's a fun one. Next submission. Hey Kaicho, I always enjoy watching your radio streams. That's very sweet. Thank you so much for saying that. I do this every Tuesday, by the way. Probably not always as spicy, but you know. What I'm sending this time might be something that others have experienced too. I love singing. I love singing too! It feels so good to sing while taking a shower. Me too! Wait, I just want to say, isn't it true that singing in the shower has the best acoustics? Guys, like, please tell me I'm not alone in this. Somehow the shower room has the best perfect reverb. It is the best perfect reverb. Dude, I am not kidding. If someone could like emulate the exact reverb of a shower room into a karaoke, I would be there. I would be there forever. Love it. Just love it. Anyway. Right? I'm glad you guys agree. Feels so good to sing while taking a shower, so often I sing in the bathroom. Understandable. One day on my way home from school, I happened to run into a neighbor, and we started chatting. Then that person said, by the way, I really love your singing. Oh. Oh, shit. Ooh. Ah. Oh no, that is embarrassing. I'm sorry. That is embarrassing. Yeah. I would actually... Yeah, I would move out. Actually, that reminds me of a story I have. Probably not as embarrassing. But, so you guys know how I moved to a new place recently? This was like, what, like, last July? Last August I moved. And at the time I didn't have my table yet. Currently, my table, the way my setup is right now, I have my table set up against the wall, and across the wall, no one lives there. It's just building. It's just air. So my voices kind of just get washed out into the wall. We're all good. But before I had a table, I used to stream on my laptop, on my kitchen counter. This is a relatively recent story. I was on my kitchen counter. And the way my kitchen counter is set up is that it's directly towards the entrance of my apartments. So I think I was doing like some kind of collab, I forget what I was doing, and I was quite loud. I was like, haha, yeah, I was like, yo! I forget what it was, like, yo, dopey, like, you can't do that, blah, blah, blah. And then I kid you not, this was like 11 p.m. I hear the knock on my freaking door. It's like, and I was like, no way, right? And I was first of all terrified. And then I realized, wait, they could hear me this entire time. I felt bad for sure, but I felt more embarrassed thinking because you guys know how I stream, right? I try to be safe so and pure, but there's times when I say some incredibly whack stuff. And then I remember I woke up the next day, early in the morning, and then I don't know who it was, but one of my neighbors was in the elevator. They saw the elevator, but the neighbor came out at the same time I came out, and they knew where I was coming from. I don't know if they were the person who knocked. All I'm saying is when we were on that elevator, that person was giving me a side eye. I don't know. Well, I'm just saying he was looking at me very weird. More of the story is, noise disturbances are annoying, and try to keep it at a minimum. Don't talk towards the door, towards the wall, and try to stream not too late. Yeah. Ooh. Oh my god. Here's another one. Here's a good one. My cringe story. I'm just too self-conscious. Have you guys ever been a VTuber before? Listen, man, I don't want to tell anyone that I'm a VTuber. Like, if possible, it's a cool job for sure. It's a great accomplishment. But preferably, I'd rather keep it down low. It's like, yeah, guys, guess what I do for a living, right? I rar for supas. Is that an Aka? Yeah, guess what I did the other day? I did 300 squats on stream. I made sure the camera was looking at my bare ass, which I don't have because I'm flat as hell. And 15 push-ups, yeah. You're proud of us? I'm proud of you guys. I'm just not proud of myself. Are my legs okay now? Actually, yes. Yesterday was pretty bad, but I think they healed. I'll probably go back to the gym again. 안녕하세요. I should have the cake now? Hope so. Here's the next story. My cringe story that haunts me until now is about my first lore story. My first love story. My first love story. Da, 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 eh. Sorry. I fall in love to the student council president in my school. Not XSOLEIL. Oh. When I was in the middle school, it was a smart, cute, and tall boy. So now I know it's definitely not me. I can't believe I'm deep off the goddamn. Who also liked anime. We're in the same class, and we became friends through anime. That's cool. That's awesome. That's good stuff. That's really cool. I eventually confessed how I liked him despite of him not having the same feeling. That's okay. I mean, sometimes you just gotta let it out, you know? Even if they don't like you back, sometimes you just gotta let it out. It feels better that way. He only said thank you and we were still friends. It's understandable. That would be great if the story ended there. But there's a whole 2 paragraphs left, baby girl. Since it's my first time falling in love, I couldn't keep my feelings to myself. I was being too honest about how I felt, so I kept telling him how cute he was, how I liked him, and I would sometimes call him dear a few times. And perhaps that annoyed him, since he didn't like me, so he actually said he hated me. Oh, that's so unfortunate and so cringe at the same time. Why are you calling him dear, bro? What are you doing? Girl! Ooh. Oh no. That's unfortunate. Yeah, why are you calling him dear, girl? Oh no. I'm so sorry. I guess you just couldn't keep your... Well, I guess you're in middle school. You just couldn't keep your feelings to yourself. That reminds me of a girl that liked me in middle school. Oof. Oh, I don't know if I want to tell this story. It's a little 19 plus, but it wasn't even because we're basically middle schoolers. But it does remind me of that. Should I tell it? I don't know. I was so heartbroken and afraid of love even more after that. But don't Anon. It's okay. It happens. But I'm sure you'll find someone better. 100%. Don't worry. This is like middle school. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You want me to spill the tea? So there's a girl that liked me, and I knew that they liked me because they said that they liked me. That's fine. I didn't like them back. So I said, hey, thank you, 100%. This was middle school. Thank you 100%. I appreciate it. Don't like you back. Focusing on my studies. I don't know what I said. I forget. Now, I guess she didn't really give up because, you know, we tried to be friends. She kept sitting next to me during class. During breaks, I'm emo. This was back in puberty. I was super puberty. Listen, when I had puberty hit me like a truck. I was like, the world is meaningless. Truly a loveless world. Oh, how I wish I could be a one-winged angel and fly across the world of nothingness. I was that kind of kid, right? So, this girl who liked me, you know, sat next to me, you know, always talked to me, and I was like, that's cute, you know, that's nice. It's nice to have a friend, 100%. One day, I was in break, and I was looking outside the window out the windowsill. Basically, I was doing like this. Because I was aura farming. I was puberty. I was like, I'm so cool, you know, kind of like that. So my arms were like this, right? My arms were like this, and I was like, I kid you not. The girl comes next to me on the windowsill and say, "What's up? What you doing?" I'm just looking outside. I'm just gonna say that she was a little more developed as a girl, and I kid you not, she just places her chest on my freaking arm. She just. Whoop. I was like, there, whoop, right there, just right there, 2 chests. And I'm like, I was like, what is going? I look at her, and I kid you not, she was giving me the most sensual smile a middle school girl can give. And I'm like, I don't think I wasn't even able to say anything. I wasn't like, huh? So I get it, you know, maybe in middle school emotions are rampant. I suppose. Hey, here's another, I mean, here's not exactly a story, but back in high school, I had a crush on a girl for 5 years. 5 whole years. 5 whole years. So I get it. It happens. It's just, like, hell, even now I feel like that's still weird. Just, repentance. Like, girl, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing? Ay. Yeah. Oof. We moved on from the story too quick. Oh, you mean the 5 years thing? Oh, what happened after? I basically just ignored her, unfortunately. I kept a distance. I think there was a time when I realized she was coming after me, so I was kind of like, from windowsill to time to go to the men's restroom. time to go that way. 5 years in high school? Oh, dude, that was a sad one. That's actually that has a sad ending. The 5-year one. From freshman year to there was this girl that I liked in high school. Very cute, very wonderful person. She liked poetry. She liked writing. I like poetry. I like writing. So it all worked out. She was dating another guy though. So I was like, all right, understandable. I don't fuck with that, right? I'm not. If there's a goalkeeper, then I'm not gonna try to shoot my shot. I understand that. The thing is though, the guy was a dick. And I don't say this out of spite. The guy was an absolute dick. I told the story before to you guys. I don't know if you guys remember. But basically, this guy didn't like her. But he was too scared to break up with her. So what he did was... He's playing soccer or something. He gets hit on the head. I forget how. He gets a concussion. Guess what he does? He acts like he had memory loss. And I know why I say he acts like, because I know for a fact that he's acting because he somehow remembers fucking everyone except for his girlfriends. Somehow. By some miracle. Some medical miracle, he remembers everyone but his freaking girlfriends. So they break up, which was terrible for her because her friend group was basically his friend group, and all the girls basically decide to follow him because he's funny, I guess. I don't know. I think he's kind of ugly. Ugly on the outside and inside. So she's alone. So, you know, I not just tried to, I'm close friends with her in general, and I'm too scared to like shoot my shot, but at the very least I tried to keep her company and things like that. She actually leaves school around junior year because she couldn't take the depression. Totally understandable. After high school, for my quote-unquote graduation trip, me and my friend decided to visit her actually, because we wanted to go to Singapore. She lives in Singapore, so we went to Singapore and we visited. And I kind of still had feelings for her, unfortunately. I don't know, high school, man. The feelings were strong. So I was trying to hide it as much as possible because one of my best friends were there too. He's a guy, and I'm like, that's whatever, you know. It's pretty cool. And then we were kind of like out in this like rooftop looking around in the scenery, and then I see on her phone a bunch of notes. I'm like, yo, what's on your notes? Let's just call her Susie. Susie, what's on your notes? She's like, oh, you know, you guys were coming beforehand. You guys were coming, so I wrote down everything I can for places to take you guys. I was like, that's so sweet. So I was like, okay, I love her. Fuck it, I totally love her. 100%. I'm totally not over her. I actually super like her. So during that night, I was. It's kind of cringe. I think this is kind of very cringe. So hear me out. I was sleepy. I went up to bed. But my best friend was not sleepy. So he was playing with Susie. Just talking. And I could hear them talk. I got jealous as hell. I got super jealous. So I texted her saying, hey, are you not asleep yet? And I'm pretty sure my best friend knew I liked her. Because he decided it was like, oh, okay. And he came up. And I went down. And we were talking in the living room for a bit. And then she says she wants to go get some water in the kitchen. I go to the kitchen with her. And I say, hey, I think I like you. It's my first time ever confessing to a girl. First time. Hey, I think I like you. And she says, her response was, oh, when did this start? And I remember thinking, is this like a diagnosis of like a disease? Probably. Maybe I was just overthinking. And I was like, oh, you know, actually, the beginning of high school. So about 5 years now. And, she was like, oh, well, you guys can guess, basically. I don't even remember. So that night, I was in the sofa, alone in the night, heartbroken as hell. First time I ever had a heartbreak, and I regret that moment ever. I wish I at least asked her out in a better moment. At least hopefully I was prepared, not in the freaking night in the freaking kitchen. That's just ridiculous. I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, we'll be long distance too. That was just terrible stuff. And I haven't confessed to a girl since. Yippee! Yippee! You know, funnily enough, in college, when I did date a couple times, the girl always liked me first. So thank God it was easy for me. I know, but like I've since been afraid to confess to people. I hated rejection so much. There's also another funny story. She ends up finding a boyfriend, which was kind of cute. But then recently I saw on her Instagram story something on the page of "Don't ever believe in men. Men are trash." And I'm thinking, oh, well, I guess wonder what happened. Should have chosen me, baby girl. I'm like 1 in a million. Vermillion. Can you do this? Anyway. You're still in contact? Oh, I mean, yeah, we stayed friends. We like barely talk though. We just have like each other's Instagram, essentially. Here is the next submission. Hope you guys are enjoying it. We have about another 30 minutes of stuff. Hope you guys are enjoying the stories. Hope you guys are enjoying the little cringe stuff that I'm sharing, both of me and of my beautiful viewers. Have to choose your shot. I'm in a relationship with my villains. I told you guys this though, right? I remember I saw this somewhere that someone thought this wasn't true. This is actually hella true. In my grad school, there was a girl that came up to me and said, hey, you wanna we're sitting next to each other in class, and she was like, hey, you wanna like go get food sometime? And I legit said, oh, like, is this kind of like a date? Or like, what are we thinking here? And she's like, oh, I mean, it could be. And you know, with like that look of like, it could be, you know? And I was like, no, the thing is, I'm actually in a relationship. And at the time I was super single. I'm in a relationship. Of course I didn't say with my villains, that'd be weird. But I was like, I'm in a relationship, I can't do it. Because I genuinely thought I just don't really have time. Dude, grad school's hella hard, and like streaming too. And I'm like, and also girl, like you cute. Like you're cute girl, but like I don't know if I could like do all that. You know? Like I have a lot of shit to do, bro. So yeah, basically said no because I chose you guys over my chance at a girlfriend. So you guys I'm just saying. Just saying. Parasocial Oshi? You wish. 1 in a million. Vermillion. Anyway, next one. This is a story from my high school time, but it still haunted me so hard. At the time, I crushed on a guy and immediately texted him and started a conversation. But basically, I have no common topics to chat with this guy. Why'd you like him then? Wait, I have a question. Girls, ladies, beautiful ladies, woman, question. If you find a guy who has absolutely nothing in common with you, would you fall for them if they're just pretty? Question mark? Like if they're good looking enough, or hell, maybe if they're rich enough, would you guys still fall for them? Or is having at least some commonality like a minimum basis? Just look maybe? Yeah, no, yeah, depend. Oh, that's 50-50. I guess debatable. I don't know if I count as beautiful. Nah, y'all beautiful. You perfect. You perfect. Me perfect. We perfect. Put your number in my Galaxy Fold 7. No, but amazed. Are you Arrow Ace? I feel like there's a lot more people who's Arrow Ace these days. And I felt so bad when Taiga told me that he was Arrow Ace. I had like no idea what it meant, because I really genuinely thought that he was like, is that like a plane? Like an airplane? I could only think of like Ace Combat for some reason. Anyway. I see. So anyway, I think for me at least, I feel like there should be at least a little bit of commonality. Arrow Ace, I think Arrow Ace basically means you're not interested in, you're not attracted to either sex, and you're not interested in actual sex, right? Question mark? I think. Wait. I don't want to give you guys false information. Aromantic and asexual. Yeah. So you experience little to no romantic attraction and experience little to no sexual attraction. There you go. So that's what Arrow Ace means. Basically means aromantic and asexual together. They were being clever, right? Aromantic, yes, but asexual. Aromantic, asexual, arrow ace. Like, whoa, wow, you should, wow, look at you, wow, you connected the dots. Anyway, so the story. At the time, I crushed on a guy and immediately texted him and started a conversation. But basically, I have no common topics to chat with this guy, and he don't even know my name. Huh? Wait. So you crushed on a guy, and you texted him. Well, how did you know his phone? Anyway, you somehow found out his phone number, started a conversation. So this guy's like, I don't even know this person, but I guess I'm talking to them. You have no common topics. Okay. I love it. This is going great. I'm sure this is gonna be a success story. 100%. So I just cringely start by asking him, do you want to know my name? I was like, yeah, sure. What's your name? And I responded, I'm the cutest little sweetie in your hearts. Just, wow. Can I clap? Here you go. Wake up, arm. I'm impressed. Dude, I am impressed. That is impressive. I'm impressed. That is impressive. I would never be able to do that. That is impressive. I mean, hey, that was brave. That was crazy brave. Cause what the f- Why did I behave like that? I don't have a clue. This may sound fine, No, but no, that was pretty bad. I'm gonna be honest, girl. That's pretty bad, girl. I'm sorry. Ooh. That's literally a phrase typed down by a girl who was about to pass her teenager. Yeah, it was. Love made me blind and stupid for real. Wow. Ooh. I do remember though. So this was back when I was young too. I have a very cute little story. But personally, this was very cringe for me. This is very embarrassing for me. I had this girl I liked. This was back in like elementary school, super long time ago. Elementary school. It was basically my first ever quote unquote relationship. Basically, her name was Mina, right? And at the time, I think this is so funny. At the time, I was like, we unlike Anon, we actually knew each other's name. We had a lot in common, and we actually had a lot of things connected. But I was like embarrassed. I didn't want to tell anyone. I didn't want to tell Mina from no, what? No. At least let it be Momo. No, but I was trying not to tell my parents. I don't want to tell anyone. I was like embarrassed, but I also kind of low-key enjoyed the fact that it was like a little like funsy and stuff. And I remember like I did tell my parents about the girl, like just the existence of a friend. You know, I have a couple friends. Be like, yeah, I like this girl. Like, no, sorry. I have like friends. I have like Bob, I have Fred, I have Mina. It's a couple friends. I remember I was so scared, or I was so embarrassed of having a girlfriend for some reason, that I saved her differently in my phone. Instead of Mina, I called her Namo. I don't know. And I remember I got a text from Namo. It was like during Christmas or something. And my mom was like, who are you talking to so much on your phone? It's Christmas. Like, why are you talking on your phone so much? I'm like, oh, it's no one. It's this person called like Namo. I thought I was like smooth. I thought I was like so smart. I was like, no, I'm just talking to Namo. Yeah, Namo. Yeah, it's Namo. You don't know Namo? It's one of my friends, Namo. And my mom is like, looks dead straight into me in my eyes and be like, you mean Mina? And I was like, no, yeah, what? How did you? Dude, listen, man. Parents, they know. They always know. Parents always know. My mom was just looked at me straight in my eyes, like, no, you ain't fooling anyone. You ain't fooling anyone. Like 100%. Give me Mina, right? Like, what? I was very, yeah, exactly. You ain't slick, son. You ain't slick. They always know. They never, So I used to write a lot of fiction when I had more time. And one story idea I had that I really wanted to try writing was the idea that parents had the superpower that we just didn't know. Like a very short story. Basically you'll be a kid. It will have a twist ending. You're a kid, you're living your life, and somehow your parent always knows like what you're about to do. And it was like, that's incredible stuff. And later in the future, the main character becomes a parent themselves, and bam, guess what? Apparently you could read your child's thoughts. I kind of want to do, yeah, basically telepathy. Like basically they could read the child's thoughts. I kind of wanted to make a short story like that because that's how it felt sometimes. It's just me. Sometimes it kind of felt that way. Like it felt like, like my parents like just know stuff. Actually, a great story. No, it's probably not gonna be a good. Well, I like to write dark fictions. I really like writing like dark realistic fictions with a little bit of fantasy in it. That was my whole shtick. So the short story was supposed to have this thing of basically the child kind of having really dark thoughts and very evil thoughts actually. It's and then maybe even like things like I hate my mom or things like that. Some really bad stuff. But then the twist wouldn't happen for a while, right? So like maybe he's thinking that, and then a mom walks into a room and no one knows what's happening. He's like, I guess the mom's just like, goes back to her room and just sleeping without even knowing anything. Turns out they actually could tell, read the children's thought this entire time. and the reason, you know, it's like all of that stuff. That revelation. That was the idea of the short story. Never came to fruition. Maybe I'll write it one day. But that's the kind of stuff I write. I write dark stuff, so like kind of dark, but like, oh, I guess the moral of the story is be a good person, kind of things like that. That's an interesting premise, really. Oh, thank you so much for saying that. Maybe nothing wrong with dark stuff. I don't think there's anything wrong with dark stuff either. Maybe one day I'll bring it back. Please write it. The thing, okay. You know my study stream I did yesterday, right? The Halloween one. I was working up to the last 30 minutes. Cause guys, I graduated from school. I passed my exams. I don't really do work. Like I don't have any like homework per se, right? And like if I wanted to do work, I need to like plug in my stuff and stuff, and so it was a little tricky. Basically what I'm trying to say is the last 30 minutes I was on monkey time. I was on monkey time for the past 30 minutes practicing my typing. I was like, I wanted to fill 3 hours, but I didn't really know what to do. No, that's why I kind of want to try doing, what's it called, Gog? The study one. I kind of want to try that because I don't feel compelled to always be typing. I could always be doing work. It's just that I'm not always typing. So I might give that a try. I might do like a membership stream. Who knows? Like maybe like trying to make my own little room first, things like that. But yeah, I was gonna say maybe I could write my own stories for study streams. Maybe I could write something and could like show it to you guys later after or something. It'd be pretty cool. I think it'll be cute. I think it'll be awesome. You're suing? Damn! I think it'll be cute though. Yeah, I could like write stories and like upload it after. Put it on a membership or something. Finally, some membership content, am I right? I could write like lore stories or something. Alright, next one. Oh, I read this and I felt bad. As a boy who loves... No, don't go to jail. You're too cute to go to jail. This face goes in jail. I'd be in danger. All of the inmates will like want a piece of me. Ooh, terrifying. As a boy who loves watching VTubers and has Kaicho as my Kamiyoshi, I once made a poster about you when my teacher asked us to write about the person I admire the most. Wait, that's so sweet! Really? Aw, so you had me as the person you admire the most? What about like Gandhi? What about like, I don't know, like Mother Teresa or something? Like Martin Luther King Jr. was a pretty awesome guy. Oh my god, and the next day your handsome face just appeared on the wall, stood proudly among a gang of Lincoln, Washington, Churchill, and Lionel Andres Messi. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I do. Oh, and this is where the sad part comes. The other boys laughed at me, and I felt so embarrassed that I quietly took my poster down after class. It was a sad day. Hey, come here. Come here. Don't ever be embarrassed of showing your interest to the world. This is something I want to tell all of you guys, and I don't know why. I want to tell all of you guys this too. Don't ever be embarrassed about your interest on your legs, okay? Show that to the world. If you like me, put me on a bag, throw me on a poster. Hell, write about me on assignments. Maybe like bring your little papa on to graduation. I appreciate that a lot. Of course, being compared to freaking Lincoln and Washington and Churchill and Messi. Definitely a thing. Definitely a first. But I appreciate it. I hella appreciate it. And those kids who made fun of you? Here, let me tell you a secret. Let me tell you a secret. You're cooler than them. So don't worry about it. You who decided to show off what you're interested in and show it off to the world versus some couple boys who's like teasing you, teasing other people about their likes and interests. You're so much better. So much cooler. So much more awesome. I'm so proud to have you as my villain, and I'm so happy that I'm your Kamioshin. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. You're awesome. You're awesome. And thank you so much for putting me up with among the greats. Thank you. Churchill was a good person, right? I mean, that's debatable, but he's an okay. He's a great person, right? He's a great person. Oh man, here's another one. This one is cringe. I did not do this, by the way. Someone else did it to me. When we were like 10, okay, a classmate that had a crush on me calls me Kitty. Like, wait, what? What the fuck? Well, I guess if you're 10... There's a phrase in my language that translates to shy cat in English. So this dude likes to call me cute. And also, since I'm not good of eye contact, which makes it hard for me to look at him whenever he talks, he kind of starts calling me kitty, since I'm apparently shy cat. It's so embarrassing because we're like 10, and it's so weird to have someone call me pet names every single time in class? So this guy's like just coming up to you in class and be like, hey kitty. Since our seating arrangement had us facing each other? Oh bro, I'm so sorry. Oh dude. Ooh. One day after school ended, his friends asked me to date him. Oh, dude, I mean, yeah, that happens at 10 years old. Which is crazy because they don't like this dude and his pet names is annoying the fuck out of me. So I rejected all of his friends' attempt to have him date me. And then he moved school. Thank God. 10 years old. This is my, like, listen, personally, 10 years old is an age where you could do stupid things, for sure. You could do cringe things, you could do embarrassing things. But I feel like the whole calling someone pet names like that in class is a little, you know what I mean? Even if you're 10, it's a little, it's like, hey kitty. Because if it was like just a friend, if it was like a friend nickname, that's one thing. But like to a girl who you have a crush on and be like, hey kitty. Sokka. I did have a thing though when I was like super young. I'm the Anon. I still hate it whenever I hear someone say kitty.
I still hate IT whenever I hear someone says kitty.
Oh, really? Thank you so much for the soup, kitty. Meow. I definitely did have like nicknames for each other and have like, you know, like those kind of things with both boys and girls. But yeah, that is wild. Damn, kitty, huh? Let's see here. We have about 15 minutes left. Let's see what else is here. The rest is all like new territory for me. There's a lot of people who kind of had voice cracks, kind of forgot their singing stuff. You know, I will say, like in karaoke, when you're like trying to sing, you guys ever? This isn't really embarrassing or cringe, but like this is just like, you ever have this moments in karaoke when like you're singing, but everyone else is on their phone? Just wanted to share that. I hate those moments. I wonder if that's relatable at all. But like, you know, you pick a song and you're singing, but people are just on their phones. It's the worst, bro. It's the worst. Oh. Okay, so here's one. The embarrassing moment I had was quite similar to what you shared in the waiting room. I once sent a message to the director of our department. So this is like workplace adults stuff. Okay, here's good. This is good. Whom we call, I think it's Chinese, Juren. So I'm guessing that just means director or something. Juren. But the automatic correction changed it to Juren, which means master. And you sent that? Oh, yo, but that's like, okay, but to be fair, that's like a dash difference. Like basically it's it changes from, it's the difference between like this dash versus this dash. Oh wow, so you could call that, you're that one mistake away from leaving your job. Oh my god, that's crazy. Fortunately, the take back function was still available at the time. Oh my god, dude, that happens to me so many times. You like in Gmail, if you send an email, there's like an undo function. There's an undo function. And I have this really bad habit. I have this incredibly bad habits, right? Of, so I'm like, for some reason, I finish up my email, right? I finish up my email. And what's the word? I send it to wait a minute. There's I think of the exact word. It's actually pretty funny. Let's see if I could find it. There's like this one moment I thought it was just hilarious. If I could find it. Oh yeah. I remember. Okay, this is actually recent. This is recent. My boss comes over and tells me, all right, Ver, I want you to just basically copy this email exactly, and then we're gonna send it to our clients. I'm like, okay, cool, no problem, boss. So I just basically copy and paste it, and then I just like change up, you know, a little bit of the meat in the middle. And I have this really bad habit of pressing send. Like I proofread it first, and then I press send, and then I do another proofread. But like this time it's a more detailed proofread for whatever reason. And I send it, and I'm proofreading it, and guess what I find? I copied and pasted it, and guess what I find? Apparently the boss made a mistake on his own, and instead of saying dear clients, he said, no, it's not the wrong name. He said dead clients. And I was about to send that to the freaking clients, and I was like, undo. Undo that shit immediately. Undo. Oh my god, thank god I caught that. But yeah, it's the first thing on the email. I think I skipped that because I was like, there's no way that's wrong. There's no way that's wrong. And then I was looking, I was like, wait a second, that is not dear. That does not say dear. Undo. We have a problem. Undo. Oh my god, that would have probably cost a job. Might not even have been mine. Might have been my boss. That was really bad. That was really scary. Woof. Yeah, thank God for the undo function. Oh my, it was the test. You know, low key, I wonder if that was the case. I low key, because there's sometimes when my boss actually gives me assignments and there's like blatant errors. And then sometimes I give it, or sometimes I fix all the errors, I give it back to my boss, and then he actually looks at it straight out, like he looks at it, and then he sends it back to me saying, here's a couple other changes I made that you didn't notice. I'm like, okay, I make these changes and send it back, and he's like, here's another couple changes I didn't make. I'm like, wait a second. Wait a second, is this a test? Wow. To be fair though, if I were like trying to mentor an employee, and they wouldn't catch the fact that I wrote dead instead of dear. Yeah, understandable. I feel like that's probably testing me. 100%. Thank God I caught it though. That could have been really funny. Hello Kaicho, you've dug up one of my most embarrassing stories. Back in my high school, we had this tradition where everyone would do a pair dance together at the sports festival. All my friends were dancing with their boyfriends or with guys they liked, so I just assumed we had to pair up with someone of the opposite gender. Apparently, same gender pairs were totally fine, who knew? Oh, maybe that's great. Without realizing that this dance was basically a couples event, I ended up pairing with a boy I had only just met. And yeah, I regretted it later. Uh-oh. It wasn't just a simple dance. It had hugging, getting super close, and even a proposal-like move. The songs are all love songs too, so both of us were just dying of awkwardness the whole time. Hey, that's exciting. That's exciting, right? Hey, congratulations! That's exciting, I think. Sorta? Maybe? No, not at all. I have a suspicion. I have a conspiracy theory. I'm willing to bet the guy knew. I'm willing to bet the guy knew this was a couples event. And he kind of had something. He was kind of into you. I have my suspicions. This is my theory. Probably super wrong because I know nothing, but it's my theory. Honestly, I couldn't help thinking, if only I could have danced with you, Kaicho. Yeah, I would have been like, yeah, bring this party over. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go. Yeah. Turn it up. There was a time actually in summer camp back in middle school. It was a middle school summer camp that I danced with a girl. And I remember this because it was a core memory for me. There was apparently this girl who thought I was super cute. Apparently. And I was with my guy friend and it was like this dance. We're just talking. We're like, whatever. We didn't dance. We're too cool for that. But more importantly, I just didn't think anything like that would happen to me. Like, I'm a shy kid. I kind of knew that I wasn't like popular at all. But then like this girl who was like, she was like a year older than me too. She comes up and be like, hey, you want to dance? I'm like, okay, yeah, dude, yeah, let's go. Goes up into the middle. And I thought we're just gonna do kind of like a yay kind of dance, right? No, apparently we're doing like the, you know, kind of like the slow sways apparently. We're like doing some slow sways. And it's kind of funny because you just said please don't fumble. It's kind of funny. She was taller than me. So I was like, do I put my hands on your shoulders or on your waist? Cause I don't know. Where do I put my hands here? Or do I have hands here? I don't know. I never danced. Bro, I never danced. Finana, thank you so much. Finana, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you. I don't know if you're studying today, but hopefully your studies are going well. I'm really proud of you. You're doing great. Despite all you being despite everything you're being put through, you're doing great. I know how it feels. Having education and streaming at the same time is hell. It was great. Regards, please keep her company. She trust me, for me, when I was hella stressed, Villians kept me going. So you're doing good stuff. So anyway, do I touch the hip or do I touch the shoulder? Like, so, and then she said this in like a very annoyed tone. I was like, just put it on my hip. We're just like sway. We're just sway dancing, right? Sway dancing, and her arms are on my neck, even though I'm shorter than her, which is really weird. And then the music cuts, and then she runs away. She doesn't even look at me. She runs away. I was like, I go back to my friend. He's like, I just think maybe I'm just like too shy. Maybe I'm just like a very like shy kid. Maybe have like a girly side. I don't know. But like maybe I feel like all my male friends are like, bro, yeah, yo, how'd you do that, man? How'd you do that, bro? How'd you do that, yo? I'm like, what? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I don't know. It could just be a guy thing. Oh, how did that happen? Bro, how'd you do that? Was I sitting when she? Yeah, I was sitting. I was chilling with my guy friend, and he just suddenly comes up and be like, "I want to dance." Did I fumble? I just think she was very embarrassed. I'm just gonna flat out assume that she probably didn't like that's probably her first time doing it. You know what's crazy though? I actually ended up going to the same college as her. It's crazy. I did not expect it, but I went to the same college as her. She was 1 year older than me, so she was like an upperclassman. Really insane. Nothing happened, by the way. That was it. We just said hi. We ate food together, and we never saw each other again. Whatever happens in middle school happens in middle school. Like it never really translates. Just saying. But it was cool. It was really nice to be able to see her again. It's like, yo, aren't you that girl from like that one camp? Did she know? Yeah, she knew me. It was pretty cool. But okay, I will say this though. There's one more embarrassing moment, and I'll read one more thing and then I'll call it a day. She was like, yo, so where should we? Yeah, this is awesome. Where should we get lunch? And I don't know about you guys. I guess the right answer would be, oh yeah, here, let me just look for a place. Let me look for a place. Let me find a place. Oh, this is a good restaurant. How about here, you know? That might be the right answer. For Vermillion, the answer was, yeah, the school cafeteria is open. You want to go to? Yeah. Hey, I mean, I got the meal coupons, so it's for free. No, wanna? Yeah. She's like, yeah, sure. I don't know. All right, last one, and I just want to say thank you, everyone. I know there's a lot more submissions, but I really do appreciate everyone who submitted. Genuinely do. Thank you so much always for having great appreciation and great interest into my radio streams, and for, of course, for coming to the stream. Here's the last one. This is the most embarrassing, the most cringe one I've read. It's absolutely insane. You guys ready? I'm actually gonna cringe just from reading this. I'm not sure if I'm ready. I'm actually not sure if I'm ready. When I was 5, I stole a candy off of my classmate's desk. It still haunts me to this day. Oh my god. I know, guys. I would honestly, I would probably take a trip to Mars That's crazy. I cannot believe you did that. You stole candy off of someone's desk. Oh, that's insane. That is insane. That's absolutely insane. I cannot believe you did this. But that reminds me of something I've done. It's actually kind of the opposite, but it's actually not even embarrassing or cringe, but it was a huge fumble. You want to hear one more fumble before I end the stream? So this story happens to actually focus on Mina. Surprise, surprise. This was... So it was basically Valentine's Day. And I was thinking maybe I should get something for Mina. But I didn't. Because I'm dumb. I don't know. Because I'm a freaking idiot, dude. I can't think of any reason why I didn't. I think I don't know why I was struggling over that idea of like, should I get her something or not? Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. There was no reason for me to fumble about. There was no reason for me to be like thinking about this. I just didn't. Guess who did? She actually brought me chocolate, and she gave it to me, and I was like, oh my god, thank you so much. I didn't get you anything. And she's like, it's fine. I only got it because I wanted to get you one. And to this day, that haunts me to this day. Why the hell did I not get someone I liked chocolate? I should have if I promised someone I was gonna make chocolate for them like 6 months ago, I would have made that chocolate. You know? Like, that's the kind of vibe, you know? There's like, if it's Valentine's Day, I would have given that chocolate. If it was White Day, I would have given them chocolate, you know? Did I give her anything on White Day? Guess what? No. Craziest fumble of my life. And to this day, I think about this to this day. I was super, super popular back then. I don't know how, but back in middle school, maybe even high school, I was really popular. But I fumbled so, like, me back in the day was an idiot. A complete idiot. An absolute idiot. Like, now that you guys know me now. Like, now I'm like calling girls baby girl. I'll be like, yo girl, you want some chocolate? Yeah, let me just like get you the bro. Hey, you want number on my Galaxy Fold 7. That's me now. Back then I was like, I mean, I know I like this girl, but does that mean I should get them chocolate? It's insane. Me back in the day, you just didn't know how lucky you were. You didn't know how lucky you were. Anyway, that is the ends of all the submissions. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys had fun. I hope you guys had a wonderful time. Fumble million? I'm pretty much at this point. Pretty much. It was really bad. I don't know how I was fumbling all of these beautiful ladies. The answer is always yes. You know, yeah. Something I've found in life is that it's super true. If you're ever wondering if you should do it or not, just do it. If you're ever asking yourself, should I do it or not? Just freaking do it, dude. That's the answer. That's the answer. Unless it's a crime. Unless it's a crime. I'm saying this because I had my soul, my powers were tingling. I felt like someone was gonna use this. use my words against me somehow. But yeah, I mean, if you're always asking yourself whether you should do it or not, I think it's so much better to do it because trust me, you'll have less regrets that way. Trust me. How did you know? Yo, dude, my anima veritas, baby. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Next week will be another week of another radio stream. I'll be thinking about some topics as well. Actually, I kind of forgot about it this week, but next week I actually do want to do a 100k celebration scene for my original song. Just wanted to say thank you again for helping me reach 100k on my original song. I'll do a proper celebration next week. Really exciting. It's really cool. Maybe I'll get to sing it live as well. Otherwise, thank you so much for tuning in. This Thursday I'll be playing some Pokemon, and of course this Friday will be Halloween. And Saturday will be a collab. Woo! It'll be a collab with none other than Albin, Dopey, and Clara, alphabetical order. Time-wise is a little tricky. Just realize that it's 9 p.m. EST, or 9 p.m. EDT, which I think translates to 10 a.m. JST. I will also note that it's going to be daylight savings this Sunday, so it might get a little confusing. But hopefully you guys will understand. Basically, I think starting next week, I'll probably say this, I'll announce this later as well. But for next week, for Asia time, essentially my streams will be 1 hour later. Essentially, it'll be 1 hour later. So just note that down. Halloween stream, I will have a Halloween stream. It'll be Halloween my time though, so it won't be Halloween. I think in Asia it'll be over Halloween, but hopefully that's okay. But I will have a Halloween stream, so check that out. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully I was cute. Hopefully you had a good time. And yeah. Have a good day. Have a good night. Thank you all so much to the raiders as well. Thank you so much, Calix and Finana. Hope if there's any debonaires or Rugar's still around, hope you guys enjoyed as well. And of course, have a good day. Have a good night. And I'll see you soon. My villains. My... Oh no! The void! The void is taking me! No! The void! The void is taking me! Help me!